Hello, hello, everybody, and happy and abundant and magical 2024. Believe it or not, today is the 1st of January 2024, and we just smoothly transitioned from past year to this year. And today I'm here with my dear friend Anna Wagner, and we're going to have a powerful discussion because she reached out to me. She said, Irina, let's do live. And I wasn't like even sure what we are going to be doing the live on, but I just jumped in. I love to be there in front of the audience. I love to have these beautiful dialogues, and let's just have this powerful discussion, knowing we are here to serve people and support people. And obviously, when there are going to be questions today, people are going to hear the answers that they want to hear. Anna.
Irina, I don't know if you are prepared, but certainly I am. So happy New Year to you, first of all, to you. Thank you for positively responding to my kind of question. I asked you if you would like to do live today, and you did agree. So thank you. Happy New Year to you and your loved ones, and to all who are listening or will be listening to us, those who are seeing us right now. Have a happy, healthy, prosperous New Year 2024. Cheers.
Woo-hoo! I already drank today. Today is my mom's birthday, so we already celebrated. I drank on New Year's Eve and I drank already at the restaurant, but now I'm all fully focused on our conversation.
Very good. So, Irina, we've known each other for a long period of time. You are currently a life coach. You are a manifestation coach. You are also some kind of relationship expert. I do see your episodes on Facebook. I recently listened to one of your podcasts with someone who is also an expert with or in relationship world. And I thought that it would be fabulous to start a new year. Since it's a new year, new us, new perspective, and perspective is very powerful. I figured that it's gonna be a perfect moment, or it will be a perfect moment to discuss a concept of becoming a better version of ourselves. At the end of the year, we usually kind of pause and we do the retrospection, as we say. We analyze our past year and we would like to see where maybe we can improve ourselves, or at least, or my dog would like to say hi. So unfortunately, I have to bring you. Yes, that's my dog. Say hi to everyone. Good.
Oh my gosh, cute he is.
Yes. So I figured today will be the best moment to actually talk about those things. And I think you are going to agree with me that we are living in a fast-paced world. Everything is very quick. Time passes by. And I kind of, from the empirical observation, I noticed that we are always searching for something what is really big, nothing small, something what's really big. And I think we in general would like to get more of ourselves than we actually have at this point of time. And lately there has been this trend of kind of looking inward fulfillment rather than outward, right? And in general, we want experiences over possessions. And at times we want flexibility over income. That's also a very important concept. And we really would like to focus on becoming who we truly are. So today I'd like to, as a manifestation coach, I'd like to ask you, how do we build that better version of ourselves? What does it really mean? If you don't mind, just from your perspective, give us your insights.
Thank you so much, Anna. First of all, great, great, great question. And there were a lot of concepts touched during the conversation. First of all, you mentioned something going inward. And this is the reality, because our world, the projections of our world is exactly what we are projecting from our inside. Because if you look at the world itself, we are all live in the same world. But perception of this world is different to each person. And where does this perception coming from? And perception, I mean, somebody wakes up and happy to live this life because they see all the abundance around them. They see friendly faces. They say that the universe is very friendly to them. And others are looking at the same world and they constantly complain. They say that nothing works for me. Life is happening to them. And they're constantly in that victimized position. So the point is, whatever we have inside of us, we actually perceive the world exactly how it is. So basically, when we start working on ourselves, we can regulate our emotions. We understand ourselves, how there is a special connection between our thoughts and our words and our emotions and actions, and that's actually producing the results in life. We understand that whatever reality we are living in, whatever current life results we have, it's the exact projections of our mindset. It's exactly the projections of our thoughts. In other words, if we feel that, the economy is doing bad, the prices are rising, everything is hectic, everything is just, a mess, we are going to create more mess. But if we are going to say that, what, no matter what's outside, no matter what the noise is, but I know that the power that's breathing me is much more stronger than anything outside of me. And I know that if I connect with that power, I can create my own economy. I can do everything what I want. And I can actually, like you mentioned, have these experiences that I desire. And I can have that flexibility of my life. And I can actually create my own life, regardless of my age, regardless of my education, regardless of any circumstances outside of me. So that's the beauty of this work. So when we talk about what does it mean to be the better version of ourselves, first of all, to say we're never going to arrive to be the best version of ourselves. So the entire life, as long as we are breathing, we are here to grow and evolve. All is happening for us each time we are growing from one level of awareness to another level of awareness. What does it mean? What awareness is? Awareness is just like understanding that whatever you see around yourself is not everything, because there are more invisible things than visible. And just because we don't know something, it doesn't mean it's not existing. So when we want to change our profession, when we want to find the true love, when we want to succeed and be financially free, all it takes is just to start understanding that it's never the lack of resources. We can have anything we want to have in our life. It's only the lack of our awareness. So with this work, we are just growing our awareness. And the ultimate goal is we are constantly learning, we are constantly growing. And in the process, we do become the better version of ourselves, meaning that we can regulate our emotions much better. We stop reacting, and we understand that although we cannot control other people's words, other people's thoughts, other people's actions, but we can actually control how do we respond to them. So this is very, very important. And that's exactly how we grow our awareness. And that's how exactly we become a better version of ourselves, because we are not going to be easily triggered by somebody acting unskillful. We know that we can be always in balance, no matter what, no matter what's going on outside. We can always connect to ourselves and be very balanced. Same thing with success. You want to be successful, you can be anything you want. But the point is, it takes more work. It requires the work. It requires the work to understand what exactly do I want? Who am I want to be? And that's exactly what we are discovering in this process. And that's why this work is so important, and is so much valuable. So the thing is that there are no limitations. The only limitations that we are putting are in our head. That's why we say that to work on our mindset, to make it more stronger, is the ultimate goal, because we want to feed our mind with everything what we can, and just eliminate everything that we cannot have, right? Because ultimately, because we are breathing, we are living, we can have it all, but it all requires the work, because we are all operating on these paradigms. Paradigms is just like our operation system. We all operating on a particular paradigm, and it's our belief system. That's exactly what we were taught. That's exactly what we know, and that's exactly what we believe. But the point when we are talking about better version of yourself, it means that we can always upgrade our self-image. What is the self-image? I can be more confident. I can be more creative. I can be more successful. I can actually be the magnet of attraction for anything that I desire in life. That's exactly what's the power of it. And I don't know, Anna disappeared somewhere, but I'm just continuing this conversation until she comes back. And hopefully she comes back. Oh, she's here. Anna,
You know what?
I was just talking.
I'm sorry if I can just interrupt for a second. I figured that I guess there must be a lot of people using internet today because I'm losing connection from my laptop. But it's actually much easier right now to do it from the phone. So I apologize for the interruption, but we are not living in a world of perfection. Things happen, and we learn on daily basis. It's a process. So here we are. Yes, dear.
I love it. I love it. So, Anna, I was just sharing that, becoming a better version of yourself, it's like ongoing process, because we grow all the time. All the time we evolve, because if we don't grow, we die, because that's our nature. That's who we are. The plants are growing, everything growing. So we are also growing as a human. And what I was saying, that we always can upgrade our self-image. We always can become a better person. We always can become more confident. We always can become more successful. We always can become anything that we want to become.
So you are basically saying that it's all in our head, right?
Absolutely. Yes. It all starts from our head.
But I always say that everything in life, it's a process. And it takes to become or to even discover yourself. It's a process, and it takes courage, and it takes tenacity. So what would be if somebody does not truly know how to start or where to start? What would you say? What would you say to that person?
That's a great question. The first thing I would say for people to understand what they truly want, because a lot starts from the clarity. A lot of people don't have the clarity what they want and where do they go. So the first and most important thing is to ask yourself, who do I want to be? How can I want to show up in this world? Do I want to show up as more powerful woman? Do I want to show up as more self-confident? Do I want to show up as a more loving person, right? So once you determine how you want to show up, that would be like you have a clear picture who you want to show up with. And then it's easier for you to connect what exactly steps can I take to become that person.
So are you saying that we should, first of all, ultimately, we should discover our purpose in life?
Well, purpose would be like one of the best ways, right? Because we tend to lose the zest of life. And the older we become, the more we are losing it, because we think that we already done everything what we are here to do. We become parents, we become professionals, we become, wives, husbands, blah, 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 right? But it's not the main thing, because this is not the drive. The drive is something what you're passionate about, because we all have the inner gifts that we are yet to discover. And sadly, some people go through the lifetime and they pass away without even showing to the world, revealing what their gifts are. Because let me tell you, each person matters in this life, because each one of us is the puzzle of a big, beautiful masterpiece. So we all have to discover, because we are all good at something, but not everybody discovered it. So sometimes people need help. People have to start asking the right questions themselves, because the quality of the questions they're asking determines the quality of the answers that they are receiving. So the questions would be like, what am I good at? And it could start from something like hobby. What do I love to do? What's something that, drives me? What is something that makes my heart sing, right? And start from there. And write it down, start journalizing, because the more you start writing down, the more clarity you're going to have. What exactly is there that I love to do and I would be willing to do? Because then you start analyzing and kind of dig deeper to understand what exactly is something that drives me. Because when we follow our passion and purpose, we are going to have more energy. Because a lot of times people feel like they come from work, they're exhausted, they can't do anything, because they are not on the right path. They are just doing something that this is not what they meant here to do. And that's when we are talking about that once you connect to who you are at your core, like what is your authentic self? Like, how are you going to express yourself? How are you going to share these gifts that you have with everybody around? That's when you're going to be given more energy. That's when your life is going to be more meaningful. And that's how you find your purpose and passion and fulfillment. And money is going to be the byproduct of that.
So you just gave us a very good, a set of very good insights of how to start your journey to become a better version of yourself. But here I'd like to pause for a second, and I'm going to share with you a very personal experience. As you know, I am from Europe. English is my second language. I obviously have an accent, but I became a very, very active member of social media, and I do give a variety of talks on different social media platforms. And very frequently, I would get a comment of, for example, oh, where are you from? You're speaking with an accent. And, for me, for a moment, that was the biggest obstacle, because I kept thinking in my head, what if people hear me? What if people say something about me? And I had those kind of beliefs and values and preconceived ideas, which were obviously barriers for me, but I was able to overcome them, since my mission in life is to really serve others. And I said, if I'm not gonna come out from my comfort zone, I will never experience that true inner version of myself. So what do you think about that?
Oh my gosh, such a beautiful story. I love it. And you know me, I'm also immigrant. I'm from Ukraine. And honestly, the way I look at it, I never consider my accent as the obstacle, but rather as an advantage. Because first of all, I speak more than one language, and it's already a big plus. Because let's face it, a lot of people just speak their native language and they would love to learn, because a lot of times I hear a lot of compliments saying like, it would be difficult for me to learn the foreign language. So I always look from that point. And then again, it's all about when we go on social media, like what kind of message we are there to share. And I remember I also had my struggles initially with social media, because I was a very private person. And, it's all about, oh, I should look perfect. everything should look good on me, and how am I going to show up in this world with the cameras. And the idea is we are coming here for the purpose, and our purpose is to deliver the message. So we have to be like really connecting. What are we there to do? Like, how are we here to support people? And that's the most important thing. So in terms of how do we speak it, as long as we speak clearly, as long as we deliver the value, that's all that counts. And for anybody who is watching and thinking about, oh, I would love to start something of my own, but I'm afraid of the social media. I'm afraid that I'm going to speak something, what I'm not supposed to talk. I wouldn't know what to talk about. Everything comes with the experience. You only get better when you start. So the point is, don't wait until you get perfect. You just have to start. And once you start, it's just going to be like building up. The skills are going to be getting better and better, like in anything, with whatever we do in life. When we start something new, when we learn the new skill, it's going to take time before we become good at it. So the same here. As long as you want to do something that really drives you first thing in the morning, because why is it important to follow the passion and purpose? Because when you actually decide to go after something that you truly desire, you know that there are going to be days, because like I said, the inner work is the most rigorous work, but it's the most rewarding work. So there are going to be the days when you don't feel like discipline yourself. But then again, when you have that why do you do that? When you have that strong drive, this is something that's going to, again, push you through all the discomfort, push you through everything, your laziness and everything else, because you see yourself where you want to be, and you want to be there no matter what.
Yes, I think that it's it's crucial to understand the concept of emotional intelligence, to actually understand yourself and understand others, and kind of put the pieces together, right, in order to succeed in such a challenging environment as we are in right now. Yes, Irina, what I'd like to also share with you, and I guess this is my main focus of this conversation, beside the concept of self-improvement or become a better version of ourselves. How can we truly start believing in ourselves, or in our full potential? Because, and the reason why I'm coming up with this particular issue is I am also a small business owner. And obviously, naturally, I speak to women and I ask them frequently if they would like to join me in my business journey. And I see that many of them would definitely say yes, but I am not ready for it. I'm not like you. I don't know how to speak in front of the audience. I don't know how to dress properly. I don't really think I can do it because I'm just not you. So what do we say to these women? Because it really breaks my heart when I cannot help them any further.
This is such a beautiful question. You know, the most important thing is for them to desire it, right? To have the burning desire. Because if somebody is kind of like, maybe yes, maybe no. And a lot of people are living with this, wishful thinking. It's something that is not going to propel them any further. But if the person like really having that burning desire, knowing that no matter what they want to do this, right? They want to become that independent owner. They want to create their own economy. They want to have the flexibility in life. What's the most important thing is to understand that there is a process, right? And you're never alone on this process. So you're always going to have the circle of like-minded people, because once you become, the team member of whether they go with you, whether they do any self-development growth, right? Because it's very lonely to be on this journey by yourself. And let's face it, when you are by yourself, It doesn't matter how many powerful videos you're going to watch. It doesn't matter how many books you're going to read. It's still, you're not going to move that needle by yourself, because there should be some kind of system and structure of support. And that's exactly what the self-development or any kind of organizations they have, like the network marketing, something, whatever you are doing. This is something that's provided for people. And obviously, if they really want to become very successful, everything is in their hands. But people want fast results, and everything takes time. And I think one of the main things is for people to have patience, which not too many people have, right? We, as coming from different countries, we have a little bit different, stronger mindset, because we were already raised this way. It's like you have to earn your bread, right? Nobody is gonna be there for you, because you have to actually do it yourself. So we kind of already have that strong mindset. And obviously we are still continuously growing, and we are continuously doing our best to become even better at what we are doing. We are still growing. We can't say we know it all, but at least we understand that everything takes practice, everything takes time, and the faith, right? It's very important. Like you said, how can we make people believe in themselves? It's the process, and it's all about, sometimes when people don't believe in themselves, we have to be that anchor for them, because all it takes is just one person to believe into another, and that person could thrive so much in their life. So I would say the most important thing is for these people to partner with somebody who can actually take their hand and who can be that guide for them, somebody who is going to be there for them, who is going to inspire them, who is going to be walking with them that path in order for them to propel to that next step.
Yes, that's correct. And you know what? For me, I never had any, I should say, issues with my self-esteem. I always very strongly believed in myself, and that is a higher power. Obviously, I was blessed. But I also kind of, at the beginning of this whole journey with my small business, I also evaluated or analyzed my values, my interests, my passions. And I kind of also had to get out from the comfort zone and in order to experience something new. But a very, very important concept which I enjoy in my life is teamwork, and also practicing gratitude. I think that those concepts are very, very important. What is your stand on those things?
So true and very important. So gratitude is on the same frequency as abundance. Since we are all energetic beings and everything is energy, so we actually create everything based on energy. And when we are talking about gratitude, each time we stop ourselves and just express the gratitude for what we have, rather than on focusing on the lack which we don't have, automatically we become abundant, because we understand that we do really have a lot. We have the food, we have the roof, we have the families, right? We have that peaceful environment where we can create something. We have our brain, we have our health, right? And the more we start to recognize what we are grateful for, the more of the great gratitude and more of the abundance the universe is going to deliver for us. Because like I said, it's all energy, and that's how it works. The more whatever you put out there is going to come back to you. And when we focus on something, it tends to expand. If we focus on, it's never going to happen to me, I'm never going to be successful, it's for somebody else, it's not for me, that's exactly the outcome that we are going to generate, because we are manifesting all the time. We are bringing whatever we are thinking in our head into our reality. But a lot of time we do it unconsciously, because we do not realize how powerful that connection is. So the point is, we could always start consciously building ourselves up. and thinking about what we truly want rather than what we do not want. And we want to focus on something that we want to bring into our life. If somebody wants to get involved in the business, they're going to be thinking not, oh, I'm not going to succeed, but they're going to go on the other frequency and ask powerful question. What can I do to succeed? What exactly are the steps that I can take in order to generate that success? And obviously, the more you do this work, the more confident you become, because that's how our energy works. If we are going to be focused on something, if we have the direction, if we have the structure, we are definitely going to succeed in anything we put our mind to. But again, it takes the time, it takes our action steps, it takes the mindset, and everything is together going to create that powerful result.
That was excellently stated. Thank you very much. Irina, some of those individuals who are maybe listening to us or will be listening to us, I come from the world of nursing. I am a registered nurse, and we frequently say that nursing is turning more on customer service lately, just because every patient in the hospital would like to see a nurse who is smiling, who is happy to help, who is serving, right? And also willing to spend time with the patients. So I also cannot forget about the concept of positive thinking, because ultimately with a positive mind, we project our positivity. Don't you agree?
Yes, it's true. And again, it's all about energy. People can read off from our energy. Sometimes you walk into the room and you either light up that room as the person that, have this positive energy, that's beaming light, and people just come to you. They don't even understand, with their logic, or with their brain, why do I feel called just to go to that person and start talk to that person, right? Because our energy introduces us before we actually start talking. So it's very important. And when we talk about be more patient, be more compassionate to others, be more connected to others, that's exactly what we are missing. That's exactly our society that always just focus on, the work hard, trying to meet up different goals, but we are not really having the time to live the life. So now the question is this life fulfilling for you? Are we just running through the motions, trying to put up the fires in different areas of our life, or we are actually connecting to who we truly are, and we are living in the flow where we can actually have enough time to rest for ourselves, have enough time to spend with the people that truly mean something to us, do things that we love to do, and have enough energy and time and finances to actually build our own life.
So it is very, very important that you mention hard work. But unfortunately, what I did read in the research, in the recent public study, was that hard work doesn't always pay off. And although we may have fulfilling careers, at times people switch their careers. At times they are looking for something more exciting, let's say. And also the research which I did read recently states that the top performers in any field, any type of field, what really sets them apart from their physical skills, which obviously are helping to perform, is that how they control their minds, right? And that helps them to succeed. So we are not asking anybody this year to switch their careers. If they love their job, that's perfect. But maybe there is something else what they are thinking about. Maybe they would like to get something extra from life. So Irina, I know that you are conducting some workshops. And if anybody would be interested, how do they reach you?
Yeah, that's a great question. So whoever is going to be watching this episode, our contact information is there for Anna and for me. And there is also the link for the workshop. So in this workshop, I show people how to connect with their true selves and do the life assessment and realize which life areas speak to them the most, and we create the vision in that area of life. And with all the practical tools that I give, I show them that law of attraction is real and it always works because we are all vibrating on a frequency, and whatever we attract in our life, it's all based on our vibration. So I do actually unpack these concepts, and for people who are really curious, how do we generate our life results? Because believe it or not, our life results, it's a cause and effect formula. It's not just something that happens to us randomly. Everything has its planned, beautiful, beautiful links. So the more you want to understand it, the more you understand, the more you become conscious how you can be an active participant in your own life. And like Anna mentioned, it doesn't mean you have to quit your job today. But the point is that a lot of times we are spending our times at the jobs just because we graduated with a specific major because our parents wanted it, or just because we knew that this major is going to generate us income. But it's not something that drives us, not something that gives us life, not something that we want to do 24/7. Because, for instance, for me, I was always in the accounting field all my life. And although I was very curious with the personal growth, I didn't dare to change the careers until the pandemic hit. And then it was just, the life just forced me to make that conscious choice and decide to open my own business. And once I connected with my gifts and talents and what I'm here to do, nowadays I can't be working 24/7 because it's not work anymore for me. Because when you love what you're doing, you always have the energy, you always have the drive, and you always have that passion, something that you want to constantly do and create. And that's the whole beauty of it. Like, you don't have to work hard, because when you actually follow your heart and you do something for yourself, it's not the work, it's just the pleasure, it's the enjoyment. So that's the thing, like Anna mentioned, if you want to explore, if you want to set up something like as a side hustle and want to bring the extra income and see where it's going to take you, just stay in the curious mindset and see and just tell yourself, I wonder where it's going to take me. Let me just do this and see, a year from today, where it's going to take me. And obviously, this is something that everybody can explore. But the most important thing is to answer the question, is it something that I want to do? Don't be, hooked up on the thing, if I can't do it. If either you can't do it or not, you're going to figure out everything, because you're not the first one to start from scratch. And you have a lot of other people who are going to support you on the journey. The most important thing is for you to decide, is this something that I would truly want to do? So that would be the first question to answer for yourself.
Irina, thank you very much. Thank you very much for those words of wisdom. What I would like to say to every person who is listening to us or watching us at this point of time is that before you actually can be the best version of yourself, before you start the self-improvement process, it is a process which requires patience, as Irina stated. You must uncover your essential values. You must analyze your interests, your passions, and then you have to take yourself on a first date with yourself, and just be honest with you. You need to know what you want to achieve in life, what you truly would like to do, and whom you would like to become in the future. Although I must say, and I learned that it took me quite a while, that I should not have such a hard expectations for either myself or for people around me. And I'm going to give you a simple example. I frequently come home and the dishes are still in the sink, and nobody wants to basically wash the dishes. And that would be me, and I was always upset about that fact. But then I traveled to Hawaii last year, and I did experience this aloha spirit, right? And a person told me, Anna, why do you have such expectations for yourself? You are only harming yourself. You must live your life, and you must have people around you living their lives too. So just kind of calm down, relax, and no expectations. So my dear ones, no expectations in 2024. And if there are any expectations, I hope that 99% of them will happen and you will succeed. And I only leave 1% for those expectations not to actually realize. And obviously to women, if you would like to, I drink to your health and happiness to you today. If you would like to join women who may empower you, who may engage you, who may be helping you to be that better version of yourself, don't hesitate. Reach out to us, either myself or Irina, and we promise you that your year 2024 will be successful. Is there anything you would like to add, Irina?
I just love, that we went online and we actually deliver some value to people. And it's like, always remember, everything starts from you. Don't wait until your circumstances change. Don't wait until your situation changed. You are the one in charge of your decision. So today is the first day of the year, and today is the first day of January, right? So make this powerful decision for yourself to change your life for the better, and to look into something and start looking at yourself, start studying yourself, start self-discovering yourself, because a lot of people think that they know themselves, but the truth is that we are living with the expectations of others, and we are actually operating on the belief system of everybody else who imposed that on us. So our job is to really understand who we are at the essence, who we are and what we are here to do and what gives us life. So start asking these powerful questions, and sooner or later you're going to discover the answers to them. And obviously seek the people, upgrade your surroundings, because if you are staying with the same kind of people, you're going to create the same results from year to year. In order to upgrade your results, you have to upgrade your circle. And everything starts from self-discovery. Everything starts from, let me try something different. Because if you want different results, you have to start something different.
Absolutely. And always remember, perspective is very powerful. If you would like to have new, better results, you need to start somewhere. And today is a new day and new you. So cheers to everyone. Happy New Year. And we'll see each other more online, Irina. I hope so.
Definitely. Absolutely. It was a pleasure. And everybody have a beautiful year. This year is 2024. And as I mentioned, if anybody is interested in numerology, I love all esoteric stuff. I'm a big fan of astrology, numerology, tarology, human design. So all of these things are actually allowing us to tap to our inner self and understand who we are, because we all actually have some kind of chip. And believe it or not, our date of birth and our name carries a lot of the information that people are not aware of. So number 2024, it's number 8 in numerology. And if you just look at the symbol of number 8, when we turn it around, it's a symbol of infinity. Infinity also means abundance. And it means that we are living in the infinite universe, and we are infinite spiritual beings having a human experience. So once you connect to that and understand that, you understand how much power we all have inside. So we are not going to allow anything outside of us. No politics, no economy, no boss, no partner, no parents, no friends to control who we are. because we understand that once we know and connect to who we are, we can create the reality for ourselves. So always remember that and stay strong. Take that power back. Don't allow anybody to control you, to do what is good for them. Stop being people pleaser. Set up great personal boundaries and continue your self growth. Love you all and see you soon. Happy New Year. All the best.
Happy New Year. All the best. Take care of yourselves and we'll see you shortly. Thank you.